College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. So UNLV's offense will start this game off. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Rebels will punt this one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the back. Creates a little room. Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Makes the grab. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Good. By the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He tries to take the top off. He's got it on the outside. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Aggies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Aggie! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and 1, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. There he goes. On the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Shelton. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The gun, the running back has it. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Makes the catch. It's McGee. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
We reach the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. The roughing the passer penalty gives him the first down. He'll keep it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner goes down. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. On target over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than...
He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it up the 25 in stride. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play-action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to... man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Working the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Power football with the run. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Offense gets set for second down. On the ground with the counter. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A&M comes back out with another first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Brings up second down. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Finds his big tight end. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll pull it on the read. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Williams. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brought down after a nice gain. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants it all. Touchdown, Aggies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you?
He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw on first down. Looking deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll go to the counter play. Picks up the first down. On the move is the 30. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game tackling.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, runs through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards after contact.
And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Now facing a third and long. Looking for room. It's Green. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah,
they're just plowing ahead. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Right back to the well. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
He wants to change this route. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much. Found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilliam. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
He's marked down at the 22. Second down coming up.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wants to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Hey! Lasso!
Looking downfield, it's Lambert. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up.
Let's go, let's go.
The inside handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here on third down.
Brings up third down.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Rebels offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Got the back over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Lambert. Floating away. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Here comes the offense on second down. They want that clock to run. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
To the ground. He's got it again.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where